June 25th, 1876. The rolling plains of Montana exploded in thunder. Hundreds of Lakota, Cheyenne, and Arapaho warriors poured from their village, faces painted, rifles and lances flashing in the sun. Across the ridges, Custer's 7th Cavalry braced for impact. 600 men already split apart, already outnumbered. Within an hour, the fight would become legend. Within an hour, Custer and his soldiers would vanish into blood and dust. Custer believed he had found his moment. Ahead lay what scouts warned was a massive native encampment, thousands of Lakota, Northern Cheyenne, and Arapaho. Instead of waiting, instead of caution, he pushed forward. 600 men divided into 3 battalions. It was bold, it was reckless, and it was irreversible. On the morning of June 25th, Major Marcus Reno was ordered to strike the southern end of the village. Captain Frederick Benteen was sent west, while Custer himself moved along the ridges to the north. He thought surprise would bring panic. Instead, it unleashed fury. From the sprawling encampment below, warriors poured out, painted for battle, armed with rifles, bows, and lances. They rode not in fear, but in defiance. Reno's men crossing the river were swallowed by gunfire. The timber shook with volleys. Horses screamed. Blood churned the shallows. Reno retreated in confusion, dragging survivors to the bluffs, leaving the dead behind. Custer pressed on, but he never reached the village. On the ridges above the river, his battalion faced a rising storm. Crazy Horse, riding bareback, led a furious charge. Gall and his warriors struck from another flank. The 7th Cavalry fired and reloaded, carbines cracking, but the lines broke under the weight of numbers. The hills erupted. Dust rose in choking clouds. War cries split the sky. Soldiers fell in clusters, some still firing, others scrambling for cover. Custer's command was surrounded, the circle tightening with every passing minute. Ammunition ran low. Horses collapsed. There was nowhere left to run. On a rise now called Last Stand Hill, Custer and his men formed a desperate perimeter. Pistols flared, carbines snapped. The warriors surged closer, relentless, fearless. Within an hour, it was over. Every soldier in Custer's immediate command lay dead. When reinforcements reached the field days later, the scene was grim. Bodies scattered across the ridges, cartridge casings glinting in the sun, horses strewn like broken shadows. Custer was found among his men, with 2 bullet wounds, one to the chest, one to the head. His brother, his nephew, his brother-in-law lay nearby. The shock rippled eastward. Newspapers called it a massacre. Custer was cast as a fallen hero, immortalized in myth. The native victory, though total, carried a cruel price. The U.S. government's response was swift, overwhelming, and merciless. Within a year, the great village was broken. The Black Hills, once guaranteed by treaty, were lost forever.